We are live. What's up, everybody? My name is Fortune. I'm the founder and master artisan of Growavy. Here is the man, Yoga Mike. First of all, let me introduce this man. This man is like the heart of Roxbury. You know what I mean? Boston, Massachusetts, Roxbury, the neighborhood inside of Boston. You know what I mean? This is a hood we grew up in. Mm-hmm. This man cares about the community. This, like, so many people in the community respect this man. This dude is nice at yoga, nice at body work. I mean, this dude will revitalize your entire body. You know what I mean? You got stress, you got pain, you got anxiety. You go to this man, he'll take it all away. You know what I mean? It'll melt right off your shoulders. Yeah, I mean, you feel like you got a bad back. You know what I mean? You go to him, you'll feel like you got a brand new back walking out his studio. You know what I mean? You got a tough, you know what I mean, stiff neck. He'll loosen it up so that, yeah, I mean, you're just loosey-goosey. You know what I mean? You're relaxed, you're happy. Yeah, I mean, that's what he does. That's what he's known for. And, you know, this dude's energy is just on point. You know, he's always positive, always uplifting people. Yeah, I mean, he never complains about anything. He's always just on point, getting things done. You know what I mean? Inspiring people. So that's why I wanted to bring him on this podcast. You know what I mean? He's a longtime friend of mine. You know what I mean? Family friend. You know what I mean? We consider him family. You know what I mean? My mom and I. You know what I mean? Everybody I know. Everybody considers, you know, Mike family because, you know what I mean? He's just that kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be as close as possible to this guy because, you know what I mean? Like, the more you associate yourself with this man, you know what I mean? The better your life is going to be. So without further ado, you know what I mean? Just want to say, welcome Yoga Mike to the Growavy podcast, man. And so first, just want to ask you a few questions. So could you tell the people in the audience, you know, yourself, what do you do and how can you help them?
All right. First of all, thank you for that kind introduction. You're too kind, right? I was talking to a client earlier about how amazing it would be if we could step out of our bodies and see ourselves how other people see us. In terms of what I do, and I think you did a great job, I didn't have to step out my body. Just listening to your words was enough just now. But what I do is I offer healing. I remember a couple years back, I was trying to put an actual title to it. But I think what I do is a lot like Zen or Buddhism. It's like when you try to capture it, when you try to give it a name, try to keep it in a bottle, keep it in a jar, you're going to lose the essence of it. You're going to lose the value of it. So instead of me trying to put and pinpoint one particular thing that I am, I got this from one of my instructors who is now my business partner, Richmond Dixon. He said, you're just a man of service. You provide services that people need. Two of which that are the most important services at this time are bodywork, which is different than massage, and yoga, which is different than exercise. And I just like being different. How I can help people is get them introduced to these things. I think a lot of people in the areas that we serve here, Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, which we consider the hood, right? Mm-hmm. And that's changing also. A lot of people believe that those services, yoga and massage, are strictly for the rich or the influential or the people that are on the other side of success. Mm-hmm. But then when you really break it down, like that's how they got there and how they maintain it. They started to remove stress factors and different obstacles out of their way. And now to maintain it, they maintain that type of work. So how I can help the people is one, introduce them to what feels good. And when people feel good, they tend to see value in themselves and what they do. And once you feel good and you have value, then you work to maintain it because that's what we do. So that's what I do. I offer a way to open up those doors so people can see the value in themselves through comfort and the lack of obstacles or pain.
Awesome, man. Love it, man. And so the next question is, so how did you find out about Growavy?
I think I was there from the beginning, bro. Like how I found out about Growavy is I met this young man, like he alluded to earlier, like we are family. I met him through his mom. And I say in today's day and age with hashtags and likes and different ghost accounts and getting it popping in the DMs, like you never really know if you're dealing with a genuine article. There's always this like looming cloud of, is this person for real? This person saying all the right things, doing all the right things on social media and through their DMs. But then 9 times out of 10, when you meet the person in person, it was all a facade. Mm-hmm. We worked it the other way. I think one of the best ways you can get to know someone is through word of mouth. And when someone literally says, hey, this is my mom, or hey, in our case, hey, this is my son, your mother walking me up to you and you up to me and introducing us, that's still the hardest way to make a connection. I mean, not hardest, difficult, but like hardest in terms of impact. Mm-hmm. Just meeting you through that, and you coming to my yoga classes down in Whittier Street back in the day at the Whittier Street Health Center in Roxbury. At that time, you were a kid in college, and you were just like, college. How, and I know you now as a human being, like, how is this going to help me? Giving these people, I don't know, all this money. Like, and I knew you up against it. And I believe your mom knew that with mother's intuition. That's why she started bringing you to yoga. And then to hear that you were able to take your focus in college, like, hold up, it's all about paying this tuition, but I really want to learn business. And then when you say, yo, Mike, I'm dabbling in the business of making this jewelry, I knew college wasn't gonna last too long. And then once you started seeing your own value, again, going back to the answer to the previous question, it was almost like lock and key when you told me you were leaving college, and that's how I was introduced to Growavy. Like, I saw a brave young man say, yo, I could do better. I could do better by creating. And I believe that when we create, we're closest to God, and we're revealing that God particle inside of us. So that's how I became indoctrinated into Growavy, is I watched a young man chase his dream, and I'll never see it any other way.
And so, next question is, why or how did you get the Growavy piece or pieces that you did?
Well, this one, I got a couple. This one I'm wearing right here, I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but it was around the time when DMX had passed away. And him knowing my age, and shout out to the Locks last night, brothers from Yonkers that took care of it. He knows I'm hip hop. Like, everything I do is hip hop, and I don't wear that like a cliche. It's like this scar on my arm. Like, hip hop is engraved in me. So around the time X died, he came with this particular piece. It's like, this was the dog chain, bro. Like, it's something telling me to give it to you because you need this energy. My first ever piece, though, I had just speaking about how we intertwine with different brothers in the hood. I had just finished getting my first Reiki training from Brother Dooley. And I noticed that he and another teacher that he had brought in, another Reiki practitioner he had brought in to teach us, had their own pendulums. I remember asking, just make me a simple pendulum so I can do my Reiki work. And that was the first piece you ever gave me. And since then, it's been about doing good business and spreading good energy, because that's literally, you're in the business of putting energy, not in a bottle, but wrapping it up so that energy can flow better instead of trying to contain it in a bottle. And me trying to continue that, I continue to just keep alley-oop, throwing this brother alley-oops, like, yo, somebody else needs a piece. This person needs a piece. That, and I am a walking, talking billboard for these pieces because they are important to me. Because one, who's making them, and two, the energy contained in them, the energy that's wrapped around them, and the energy that once you put it on, is leading you through other doorways too.
Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And next question is, what does Growavy mean to you? What does it symbolize to you? What images and thoughts come to mind when you see the Growavy logo or a Growavy piece?
I mean, they flow. Like, look at them. Like, all of them look like if you just hung them, and I hang them in my office. Just looking at the pieces, they flow. How the metal work is done, how the shapes and the sequences are done. To me, this is yoga. I see a sequence that makes sense and it's not going to hurt anybody. No jagged edges, no. And to me, that's what yoga is. It's a practice of doing movements and breath so that someone can get through the experience and know that they didn't do anything harmful, and everything they did during that time while they were locked in was focused and made sense. And to me, that's what Growavy is, knowing the mind behind it, the person behind it, how you enjoy yourself. When you're dancing, you're just flowing and growing wavy. When you're in here working and I see your videos, everything's wavy. I think you embody that in your pieces to let people know that, yes, you have to be serious and structured about your life, but at some point you got to let go and just ride that wave and grow while you're riding that wave. So that's what Growavy means to me.
That means a lot, man.
Yeah, bro.
Man. And the last thing is, could you give 30 seconds of parting words of advice for young entrepreneurs, especially in Boston?
Your mistakes are your best teacher. What I found now that's very important for the youth, especially kids who are turning that corner from high school into middle school, that's when the game picks up. That's when the speed picks up. And if you misstep one step, you're going to fall off the track and have to fight to get back on the track. Forget about even being in a race. So understand those mistakes are going to happen. But how you approach the mistake, if you look at the mistake as the world has it out for you, or it's a personal attack on you, then you just stop and ask random people around you, how many mistakes did you make when you were coming up? And you'll see everybody makes mistakes. People are going to have critique. Take that as a plus. If someone's taking the time out of their day to critique you, especially if they're talking trash about you, then that means you did something to move them, right? If people, this busy world where people are literally fighting to survive every day, putting masks on, wondering whether they should or shouldn't take a vaccine. if someone has time to stop and write something about something you did in a negative way, that's more than 2 sentences, then you've done something that made them pay attention. And just like the 48 laws of power say, now you got their attention, keep showing them better than you can tell them. And don't give up.
Love that, man. Love that. So last thing is, how can people reach you? You know, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, phone number, email.
Right now, the best way to reach me, I've spent a lot of time and energy with a young lady in the hood that's building her web design company. Young lady named Ashley Hunter. She's part of our team. She built me a website, man. The website seems to be the best thing going because you can book, you can pay, you can get information about myself or the services I offer. So that website, of course, is www.33, the word degree, like temperature, yoga.com. So it's 33degreeyoga.com. Everything you need to know about me, what I do, and how much it costs is there. The business page on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter is 33 Degree Mind and Body. My personal page is Yoga Mike 617. Reach out to me, man. And I ain't afraid to put my phone number out there, 508-409-7802. I may not answer all the time because I be working, but I work best with text messages because, as you see, I like to run my mouth. But a text message I can read and reread 100 times. So, yeah, that's how we do it.
Much respect, much respect. And for y'all that don't know, you can reach Growavy by messaging us on Instagram, Facebook, and you can watch more episodes like this on all of our platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and especially YouTube. And thank you again for being here, Yoga Mike. And keep growing wavy, and we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate you, man. Respect.